With the transfer window opening in a few weeks, a lot of rumours have been circulating the club with potential incomings and outgoings. One name that has been mentioned a lot is Jamie Vardy. We will discuss this story in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic season ticket holders who missed out on the initial allocation for the Scottish Cup final against Aberdeen have been handed a slim second chance to secure their seats, but demand vastly outweighs supply. The club confirmed that a second ballot has opened for remaining tickets, which are now available to those season ticket holders still in the running. However, only 500 tickets are available for this phase. Celtic received just over 20,000 tickets for the final at Hampden Park after Aberdeen successfully negotiated a 50-50 split of the National Stadium. The club's allocation is already vastly oversubscribed, with over 12,000 season ticket holders who are part of the Home Cup ticket scheme still without tickets and hoping to be balloted. Tickets have become like gold dust, and the club emailed the lucky few selected in this second draw on Tuesday night. Those notified have until 2 p.m. on Friday, May 16th to complete their purchase or risk losing their place. With demand at fever pitch, this second phase of sales will do little to satisfy the vast majority of Celtic fans desperate to attend what could be a historic occasion. The match offers Brendan Rodgers' side the chance to seal a domestic treble, adding the Scottish Cup to the League Cup and Premiership title already secured. As it stands, a large number of season ticket holders will be watching from home or in pubs around Glasgow. Celtic fans fortunate enough to get a ticket know they'll be part of a special day, with the chance to witness the Hoops chasing a sixth treble in just 9 seasons under the Hampden lights. Now for the main story, as Jamie Vardy prepares to leave Leicester City at the end of the season, speculation has quickly linked the veteran striker with a possible reunion with Brendan Rodgers at Celtic. However, former Manchester City and Leicester forward Paul Dickov believes a move to Scotland might not be the right fit. The 38-year-old Vardy, who famously helped Leicester to their miraculous Premier League title in 2016, has long been admired by Rodgers, under whom he enjoyed some of his most prolific spells. That past connection has inevitably led to Celtic's name being floated among potential suitors. Dickov had this to say: "To go to Scotland, I don't know. The link-up is with Brendan at Celtic after his time at Leicester with Jamie. I still think he's got a lot to offer. You still see him even now as a 38-year-old veteran. He's still playing off the shoulders of centre-halves in the Premier League. He's still buzzing around, closing people down, scoring goals, so I still think he's got a lot to offer down here, whether that be in the Premier League or top-level Championship, or Wrexham, who are promoted to the Championship now and have been linked. You look at him, he looks fit as a fiddle. He probably could go on and play for another 2 seasons at the top level as well, so I'm sure whatever he does, it's a big blow for him to leave Leicester. He's up there, not just as a Leicester legend, but a Premier League legend from what he's done, where he came from, the goals he scored. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of top clubs still in for Jamie Vardy, because he's still got a hell of a lot to offer on the pitch and off the pitch well. While the idea of Vardy linking up with Rodgers at Celtic holds sentimental appeal, Dickov's comments reflect a feeling that the striker might prefer to remain in England, where his legacy was built and where opportunities in the Championship or even at a Premier League club could still be on the table. Vardy's next move will undoubtedly be one of the stories to watch this summer, and while Celtic will be in the market for a forward, it's unlikely that a move will be made for the player. Celtic look to be focusing on the wings, with Jota out with a long-term injury. In other news, a familiar name from last summer's transfer rumour mill has once again popped up on the radar for Celtic fans, with Michel-Ange Balwisher teasing a potential move to Parkhead. The Royal Antwerp attacker was the subject of serious interest from Celtic in July 2024, with the club reportedly entering discussions with his representatives. A deal never materialised, and when speculation returned in January, Balwisher opted to stay put as he worked back from injury and focused on regaining full fitness with the Belgian side. Now, the winger has sparked fresh talk of a possible move to Glasgow. Following Antwerp's 3-0 victory over Ghent, Balwisher posted images of himself in action on Instagram. Celtic fans were quick to flood the comments section, and the player's social media activity caught the eye. One supporter left a comment featuring a 4-leaf clover and double eye emoji, a clear nod towards Celtic. Balwisher responded by liking the post. He then liked another comment from the same user, which read, "He liked it, Celtic," with a soon emoji. While hardly confirmation of anything concrete, such gestures are often enough to stir the transfer rumour mill among supporters. The Belgian attacker has long been admired for his pace, direct running and attacking threat, qualities that fit Brendan Rodgers' preferred wide player profile. Celtic's continued monitoring of wingers has also been confirmed by recent reports that Blackburn Rovers' Tyrhys Dolan is on the club's radar, with the 23-year-old coming to the end of his deal at Ewood Park. With the summer window fast approaching and Celtic likely to refresh the squad ahead of European qualifiers and domestic challenges, both Balwisher and Dolan could be players of real interest to the Parkhead hierarchy. In other news, Andy Halliday has sparked debate once again by suggesting that Paulo Bernardo should be starting for Celtic ahead of Arnie Engles when both players are fully fit. The Motherwell midfielder and pundit shared his view while discussing what he believes is Celtic's strongest 11. Although he admitted Engles currently gets the nod, Halliday was clear that this was only down to Bernardo's ongoing fitness issues. Halliday said, "Bernardo's not fit. I prefer him and I think he is better than Engles as it stands. But he's not fit. He's only been back for a few weeks," he said. Bernardo, who initially joined on loan last season before making his move permanent from Benfica, has found regular starts hard to come by this campaign. The 23-year-old midfielder has started just 11 league games, coming off the bench a further 15 times in a season disrupted by injury. Halliday's comments have reopened the debate over whether Engles has truly nailed down a long-term starting role or whether Bernardo could yet force his way into Brendan Rodgers' plans once fully fit. Despite a modest return of 2 goals and 3 assists, the Portuguese midfielder could bring a balance of technical quality and physicality that makes him the more complete option in the middle of the park. In contrast, Arnie Engles has been a regular feature and remains a divisive figure among the Celtic support. While his numbers, particularly for goals and assists, have been impressive for a 21-year-old in his first season, questions persist over his influence in open play and ability to control the midfield in bigger fixtures. Few would argue that Bernardo hasn't shown flashes of real quality in his limited appearances, but whether he has done enough to displace Engles heading into a Scottish Cup final and next season remains up for discussion. With Celtic likely to strengthen midfield options again this summer, both players know they may still have plenty to prove to secure a regular starting place. Lastly, as Celtic chase yet another domestic treble under Brendan Rodgers, the manager has reflected on the remarkable shift in expectations at the club since he first walked through the doors in 2016. If Celtic are to win the Scottish Cup in just over a week's time, that would be Rodgers' 3rd as a Celtic manager and the club's 6th in 9 years. An absolutely insane statistic. In fact, some Celtic fans may even feel like there should have been an extra one in there after the Hoops were disappointingly put out of the League Cup in the early stages of last season. The results of that shift were immediate. Rodgers guided Celtic to an unbeaten domestic season and a clean sweep in the 2016 to 2017 season, laying the foundations for others to follow. Speaking ahead of this month's Scottish Cup final against Aberdeen, Rodgers was asked whether fans and media now take the achievement of winning all 3 major trophies in a season for granted. This was his response. "I think it is taken for granted. I think that, as I said, I go back to 2016. When I came in here, Jock and Martin were the 2 managers that had done that. The teams that had bought since 1888 had done it 3 times. And you think of, in that period of time, the number of managers and brilliant players. So for that to happen only 3 times, it shows you how difficult it is. I think what we tried to do when I came in 2016 was set a mindset and a professionalism and a passion to add to the quality of the players, that if you are going to win and you want to win, then you have to change your standard every day. That was about winning, then that standard allows us to win in the very best possible way. When I came in here, Celtic were already winning. They had won titles and Ronnie had done great the previous few years. My job, I felt, when I came in was to get the team to try and win in the very best way we possibly could and upgrade everything around what we do on and off the pitch. So that creates a mentality. And then from that and that first treble, we gain another treble. Then the confidence goes from there. Then the culture is in place. And then Neil Lennon comes in and does a fantastic job and he wins a treble. Ange Postecoglou comes in and wins a treble. So they keep driving it. Now we have the possibility to do it again. There is so much work in it. It's not just something you can take for granted, because even luck can go against you in games and you can get sendings off and you can do all sorts. But thankfully, we've managed to be really consistent with it, he concluded. Celtic now stand 90 minutes away from another treble, a feat which was once almost unimaginable in Scottish football but has now become part of the modern Celtic standard. Rodgers, though, was keen to remind everyone that behind the success is a relentless drive for excellence and an unwavering mentality forged over years of hard work. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribed to the channel for more Celtic content.